Hello everybody, it's me again, Magnificent Entertainer, and welcome back to another episode of my Platinum Let's Play. In the last episode, we returned to Jubilife City after defeating Rourke, and explored a couple of other things that city had for us, now that we've gotten our first badge. And then we arrived here in Floaroma Town, in between recording episodes. I healed up at the Pokemon Center, so why don't we explore this lovely land of flowers and see what it has to offer? What do you have to say? Ah yes, this lady, if you had a specific event Pokemon, would give you an item, but since I do not have that particular event Pokemon, well, she's not going to give me an item. You there! Welcome to Floaroma, the town of flowers, flowers, and more flowers. You should plant some flowers of your own too. Yay for flowers! Well, I'll certainly be planting something, but I don't think it's going to be flowers. And let's go into this house. What do you have to say? Some kinds of Pokemon appear only if they're attracted by the sweet scent of honey. Yes, honey is a new method for capturing Pokemon in this game. We will get to that at a later point. Pokemon must have an acute sense of smell. They can sense the aroma of honey from very far away. And, oh, something I should mention is last time I actually made it a point of going back to Oreburgh City just to visit the Pokemart and getting some net balls. Well, silly me, you can actually get net balls here too. That's lovely. Anyway, I wanted to get some flowers from the Floaroma Meadow, but some Team Galactic guys in snazzy outfits came along. Snazzy outfits. Sure. Those Team Galactic guys went to the meadow past these flowers here. And sure enough, if we head out over here, we've got these troublemakers blocking the way. Aren't we Team Galactic? And we're assigned here? Standing around among flowers. This doesn't seem all that cool. Hey now, don't complain. This is a pretty decent assignment. But bug and grass type Pokemon so creep me out. I don't like being here either. Yeah, so Team Galactic, they're here among these pretty flowers. Isn't that lovely? What do you have to say? I simply love it here. The atmosphere is so uplifting. You came to get emotionally healed too, didn't you? Well, I didn't, but, you know, it actually is a very upbeat, positive, and very bright place. I got drawn here by the sweet scent of honey. Seriously, what's that? What am I, a Pokemon or something? Honey. Actually, you sounded a little bit more like Homer Simpson, but what do I know? Anyway, let's go into this house right here. And this lady, if you talk to her, she'll tell you a little bit about the history of Floaroma Town. It used to be a barren, desolate hill that even Pokemon avoided, but a lot of people planted flowers, nothing would grow, and then all of a sudden somebody expressed their thanks for the blessings of nature, and everything went into bloom. Man, I wish that's how it worked in real life. This girl here, though, she'll ask you, do you think it's cute how Pokemon pluck berries? Yes, yes it is. And if you agree with her, she'll give you the TM88 Pluck. Now, Pluck is a decent powered flying type move. We can actually take a look at that in our TM's and HM's pocket. It's 60 power, 100% accuracy, and it steals, if your opponent happens to have a berry, it'll steal that berry from your opponent. Now, not a lot of people in this game, not a lot of trainers in this game will actually have berries. I mean, a lot of the gym leaders and some of the other important trainers will, but it's not all that wide common of a thing, though, so we're going to skip out on it. But, speaking of berries, over here we can pick an Oran berry. And that heals 10 HP, and it can even be held by a Pokemon to heal 10 HP in battle. And here's a Cherry Berry, which heals paralysis. That will heal, that can also be held by a wild Pokemon. Or, not held by, held by your Pokemon and heal paralysis in the middle of a battle. The berries you pick can be used as food for Pokemon. You can also trade them at the florists. They will exchange berries for accessories to dress up your Pokemon. Yeah, you can do that, but, well, we'll see that in just a moment. Before that, though, I actually want to plant these berries back here. And we still have an extra... Actually, I'm going to be a bit of an anarchist. I'm going to plant the orange berry where the cherry berry was. And I'm going to plant the cherry berry where the orange berry was. Now everyone will be confused. But we can't really do anything with those yet, so let's walk into the florists. And if we talk to this nice lady over here who ran away from me, seriously, why the heck does everyone run away from me in these games? Trainer, please water berries using this spray duck watering can. And she gives us the spray duck. Yeah, that is probably my favorite watering can in all of Pokemon history, because it's a Psyduck that you use as a watering can. Now this nice lady over here will give you a different berry every day, and today she gave me a Rost berry. That'll cure burns, which is not as common or as useful as healing HP or healing paralysis. Now this is over here what we heard about from that guy outside. She will allow us to exchange berries for some accessories, and you can see, you know, some of these are pretty cheap. You know, you need a cherry berry, one chesto berry, one pecha berry, one orange berry, Rost berry. But if you keep going down, you'll note that the prices keep getting more and more expensive, and all of a sudden you need 100 of some very, very, very rare berries to get some of these things. So we're probably not going to get all of these in this LP. But just so you know, that's there. And with that, I believe we have seen and spoken to everybody in this town already. So with Team Galactic blocking our progress out there, let's head out to... let's head out to Route 205. And over here we can pick a Chesto Berry, which will cure sleep. That's actually useful if you happen to have a Pokemon that uses rest, because you can have it hold the Chesto Berry and get a free HP recovery without having to deal with the downside of needing to sleep. And then here's a Pecha Berry. Actually, I don't remember. Is it Pecha or Pecha? It should be Pecha, but pronunciations are weird sometimes. Anyway, I'm also going to plant these. So we'll plant the Pecha Berry. And we'll plant the Chesto Berry. And we're going to water these. And what's nice about these particular berries is, in this particular game, the soil will actually change color depending on how moist the soil is. If you water the berries regularly and the soil doesn't change to light gray or perfectly dry, you'll get a lot more berries, but at the very least you'll always get 2 berries for your efforts, which is nice. These are items that you can grow on your own, and that's very helpful and pretty much makes them, you know, makes it unnecessary to buy them from Pokemarts as things like Paralyze, Heal, or Antidotes. But with that, let's keep going forward. What do you have to say? Help, help, trainer! Please, I want to see my papa! My papa and I lived at the Valley Windworks, but then a whole bunch of people dressed like spacemen came. They kicked me out and they're making my papa do something. Please, trainer, I miss my papa. Team Galactic is up to no good again, huh? Well, I see a couple of their grunts up here. Let me go rough them up. We, Team Galactic, are conducting research in the Eterna Forest. This is as far as you will go. Our research involves catching Pokemon in the flowery meadows of Floaroma. We are also covertly stealing the energy of the Valley Windworks. Well, nice of you to tell me that, idiot. But that is of no concern to you. If it's of no concern to me, why did you tell me in the first place? Anyway, with those goons blocking the path there, there's only one way to go, and wouldn't you know it, that takes us to the Valley Windworks, which is exactly where they told us they were stealing energy from. So, grab a potion from back here. And I really love these wind turbines that they've got over here. These little... It's a very nice detail, and I believe these were added in Platinum version. It looks great. It does make this place have a much better feel of like it being a power plant, which is what it's supposed to be. Now this yellow tree over here has got a function that we'll see in a little bit. It says there's a sweet scent in the air, but we'll see what that means in a bit. In the meantime, you, buddy, let's talk. Don't you dare go into the Valley Windworks. Well, it's not like I can if you're in the way. I got ordered to keep everyone out if they're not part of Team Galactic. You're giving me a look that makes me think you're going to try to get in. Yeah, I would like to get in. Okay then, you'll have to battle me for it. I mean, if you just stood there and didn't battle me, there's literally nothing I could do to move you aside, but okay, if that's how you want to play it, that's how we're gonna do it. Or, should I say that's how we're gonna bud do it. Alright, let's get things started with a Mega Drain, and that Growl's gonna do nothing because Mega Drain's a special attack. Here we go. And, you know, Team Galactic, they're going to have a lot of Glameows, they're going to have a lot of Stunkies, and you're going to see some poison types like Zubat. Well, I guess Stunky is already a poison type, so... but yeah, that's the kind of Pokemon you're going to see when battling. And they actually do have a decent variety of Pokemon, which is kind of nice. And, ooh, Hypnosis is bad if that hits. Luckily, it's pretty inaccurate. And 3 Mega Drains later... and you go down. Now, let us into the Valley Windworks. Yeah, gain some experience, and we've defeated the Galactic Grunt. Yeah, like I'm really supposed to win with a Pokemon like this. Then why did you challenge us? Again, if you didn't challenge us to a battle, it's not like I could move you out of the way on my own. Isn't that just great? Getting owned by some kid. Yeah, you got owned, buddy. But you can't do a thing if I lock myself in with my Works key. That's right, the other Works key's not here. My cohorts in the Flower Patch have the only other one. Well, why the heck did you just blab that to me? Because now I know where to find it. Ha ha ha, in that sense, I'm no longer the loser. Actually, you are, because you told me that the other Works key isn't locked in here. Now, of course, if we do try to get in there, it says it's locked from the inside. Anyway, let's go terrorize those grunts that were hanging out in the Floaroma Meadow. Not those grunts. Not that girl either. Oh, and I actually think I forgot to water my berries while I was over here, so let's water you. And let's water you. Yeah, the whole Team Galactic thing, that can wait for a bit as I water my berries, because this is oh so much more important. After all, it's very important for my plants to be happy. Actually, let's, I think we got some poison types coming up, so let's actually switch Prinplup to the front. Badoo really can't do much against poison types. Alright, let's head into the Floaroma Meadow. And enough arguing, hand over that sweet honey. Do as we say, Team Galactic will have that honey. We must have it to attract Pokemon in great numbers. Buddy, I don't think you know how honey works, and I think you're going to be extraordinarily disappointed. Hey, this kid is a witness. What'll we do? We don't need that brat running off to get help. The solution's simple. We ensure that brat stays quiet. And yes, they will battle me to make sure that I stay quiet. Too bad for them, they don't realize I'm always noisy. Or at least I should say I'm very loud. Alright, Prinplup, let's take care of this Stunky. We'll go for Metal Claw and try to get the attack boost. Unfortunately, you are not yet a Steel type, so you don't get the same type attack bonus off of that, but, well, you still can get the attack buff. Now, unfortunately, Prinplup's moves aren't great right now, but, you know, they are a work in progress, and, you know, Prinplup being an evolved Pokemon actually does have decent capabilities as far as stats go. We're going to pound it there because Metal Claw doesn't have 100% accuracy, and I don't want to risk missing. And we gain 219 experience and grow to level 17. Lovely. And we defeat the Team Galactic Grunt. This is why I'm going to be stuck as a grunt forever. Stop whining. This is so lame. They're going to dock my pay. I'm up next. Hehehe. Battling you right after my cohort weakened you gives me the edge. Ow, the edge? Well, let's just see how much of an advantage you're going to have. I mean, yeah, my Prinplup has had some HP damage, but I think we can still take you out with your level 11 Zubat. Again, let's go for Metal Claw, trying to get the attack boost. And we did! Wonderful! And it's going to use Leech Life. It's not going to do too much damage. Yeah, that did nothing. Now, Leech Life, I like how in the newer games they actually boosted Leech Life's power, but in this game it still sucks, so don't worry about it. And a +1 pound is more than enough to take you out. Gain 126 experience, and here comes with another Zubat. I wonder how this one's going to fare. We'll clobber that one with a +1 pound. Almost knock it out, but we'll hit it with the 2nd pound, and that'll be the end. This is the end for you. You're batty if you think you could beat me with that, team. Yep, there it goes. No trouble at all. And we've defeated the Galactic Grunt. I want a promotion so I can get some tougher Pokemon. Buddy, you're never going to get a promotion if you keep sucking that badly. This brat's tough. Like, really, really tough. Tougher than I can put into words. And I know a lot of words. We're done for here. Let's get back to the Valley Windworks. And they run off in such a hurry that, oh no, they dropped the Works key. And we don't even get to pick it up. This guy picks it up and gives it to us. And thank you, you surely saved me. Those goons were trying to rob me of my sweet, sweet honey. They sure were weird, though. You saw how they were dressed. Yeah, their fashion sense is horrible. What they were saying didn't make a whole lot of sense either. Yeah, I agree. Honey definitely does not work the way they think it does. At least not in this game. Maybe in a future game, but here you can't attract Pokemon in great numbers with it. Oh, I need to thank you. This sweet, sweet honey. Go on, take a whole lot. And we get the honey. And he says, slather that honey on a sweet-smelling tree, it might attract Pokemon. Maybe we'll do that. Anyway, he actually gives you 10 honeys. So that's actually quite a bit, which is rather useful. But right now, we're in the middle of dealing with Team Galactic, so I think honey can wait. Anyway, let's run back through Floaroma Town. We're actually going to heal up on our way. Yes, yes, rest our Pokemon. We actually do have some tough fights coming, well, a tough fight coming up. So I hope we can deal with it. But I'm sure we can. Then again, I was pretty sure we'd do well against Rourke, and well, you all saw how that turned out a couple episodes ago. Alright, back to the Valley Windworks. And the door is still locked, but now I have the Works key! And that opened the door to the Valley Windworks, so we bust in. And this guy was here the whole time. What? No way! You have the key? Locking the door was meaningless. I am the loser in this after all. This is no time for self-pity. I've got to alert the commander. The commander, eh? Well, that sounds like somebody important. I better stop you. But, of course, you've got some fights along the way. Oi! This is no fun and games. Does that make this the war room? This is proper work, I tell you. Proper work? I don't think that's a section on the Bulbagarden forums. Buddy, I think you need to tour Bulbagarden a little more often. Then again, you're right, this isn't the fun and games section. And he's got a level 13 Zubat, and Bubble is just such a horrible move. I can't wait until we get a better one. Oh, let's just go for Metal Claw. See if we can't get that attack. Yeah, hey, we're actually getting pretty lucky with that attack boost. But again, you know, I don't want to risk it missing, so I'm just going to go, once I get the attack boost, just use a quick pound, and Zubat's gone. I wish Badoo could get some of this experience. What? Some brat messed up my job? Yeah, I wish Badoo could get some of this experience, but, you know, dealing with a lot of poison types kind of makes that a little difficult. Actually, I think this guy starts out with a Glameow, so let's actually switch Badoo to the front, let it get some experience. Now, this is a completely optional fight, but as always, you know, I recommend going for it, especially since once you defeat the commander, you'll lose out on the chance for experience. So, what do you have to say? Collecting electricity from the Valley Windworks. That's our mission. Really? And here I thought you were harvesting some pumpkins. No, of course you're collecting energy from Valley Windworks. What else would you be doing here? Do you even know what you're doing? I bet you don't. Alright, like I thought, this guy started out with a Glameow, so let's just Mega Drain, and of course it starts out with Fake Out. Hopefully I get lucky with the Poison Point. No. Alright, well, let's Mega Drain it. And see what that does. That does a decent amount and heals us up a nice bit. And that Growl's not going to do anything because this is a special attack. I feel like I've said that already a million times and it's only episode 7. Yeah, and we're healed right back up to full health. 166 experience for our troubles, and he's going to send out a Stunky. Stunky is pretty tanky and a part poison type, so I'm actually going to switch over to Prinplup. See what we can do about this. And it's using Fury Swipes. Yeah, see, normally if a Pokemon is using a move like Fury Swipes against Badoo, that's great because each hit has an individual chance of activating Poison Point, but because Stunky is part Poison type, it can't be poisoned, so that's kind of unfortunate. Alright, well, looks like we did over half HP with that Metal Claw, so I'm just going to do Pound and take the thing out in one more hit. Oh, well, excuse me. You live and you do Poison Gas. That's just what I get for overestimating my Pokemon. And we'll take you out with Bubble. Stunky goes down, and Badoo gains 93 experience, Prinplup gains 93 experience, and we defeat the Galactic Grunt, who really doesn't like kids who happen to be strong Pokemon trainers. Alright, well, you can see over there, there's someone kind of important looking. I'm going to go heal up before we battle them because, yeah, that's a pretty tough fight, and you want to make sure that you're as healed up as possible because she can be really tough. And you'll note that Prinplup is taking some damage in the field over here, but, you know, they've actually changed it so that it won't actually faint in the field due to poisoning. And we heal up. I think I'm actually going to keep Prinplup out in the front for this next battle. I know that may not be perfectly wise because of one of the moves that her starting Pokemon has, but hopefully Prinplup can take that out pretty quickly and get in some attack buffs from Metal Claw. Because I'm actually a little bit worried about this, about the Galactic Commander we're about to face. Not gonna lie. Alright, back in the Valley Windworks. And what do you have to say? My Pokemon can't battle anymore. They're gonna take away my Pokemon for messing this one up. Humph! Just you wait. Our commander will smoosh you. And she just might, actually. I'm one of Team Galactic's 3 commanders. No, wait, that's one of 4 commanders. My name is Mars. We've been trying to create a new world that's better than this one. But people have shown little understanding about what we do. Maybe that's because you're a bunch of lunatics. You don't understand either, do you? It's a little saddening. So let's have a battle to decide what we should do next. If I win, you leave. If you win, we, Team Galactic, will leave. And here we go. Now this is a tough fight against Galactic Commander Mars. She's going to start out with a Zubat that's level 15 with the moves Bite, Leech Life, and Toxic, and the ability Inner Focus. Oh, I forgot to switch Prinplup to the front. Oh well. Badoo over here can't be poisoned by Toxic, so at least that's useful. I'm actually going to start out with a Stun Spore here. Of course I miss, and it does bite. Now, unfortunately, again, Zubat being part poison type can't be poisoned by my poison point, but it can be paralyzed, and that's going to be helpful moving forward. No, that bite's doing a decent amount of damage. Now, Zubat quad resists my Mega Drain, which is a problem. So I'm going to try to get a few boosts with Growth, heal up with a potion, and just hope she doesn't crit. Because that would be kind of bad, and I don't want my Badoo to faint. Alright, Zubat was paralyzed, so let's try one more. And Zubat used Bite, no crit. Thank goodness. Man, Badoo, you really hang in there. Alright, HP, PP, and we do have a Super Potion. I probably should have equipped that Oran Berry, but oh well, what are you gonna do? Let's heal up with that Super Potion. And Zubat's paralyzed, so we didn't even waste that turn. Let's go up to ×4. We're probably still not going to do a whole lot, but oh, yeah, let's give it a shot with Mega Drain. See how much we can do with a +4 Mega Drain. Yeah, that's absolutely abysmal. That's horrible. I mean, our only hope is that that Zubat just stays paralyzed enough for us to kind of slowly chip it down with Mega Drain. I'm hoping that Badoo doesn't faint, because like I've mentioned before, you know, fainting, oh, critical is not helpful right now. Fainting does decrease a Pokemon's happiness, and, you know, Badoo is a happiness evolution, so I don't want it to faint, and of course it uses Bite. Let's risk it. One more Mega Drain. And I may have to heal up after this, but like I said, this is a tough fight, and really my team's not that great right now. No crit. Alright. You know what? I think he's in KO range for a Mega Drain. Please be right, please be right, please be right, please be right. And, oh, critical hit. I mean, I don't think it actually mattered, but Zubat goes down. And we gain 172 experience and grow to level 17. Not bad. Now, unfortunately, Badoo is pretty weak, but now her second Pokemon is a level 17 Purugly. Now, this is holding an Oran Berry. It's got the moves Fake Out, Scratch, and Feint Attack, and the ability Thick Fat. So if you do have a Chimchar, hopefully you evolved it to Monferno and you've got Mach Punch, and that can take this thing out pretty quickly. But do not attack this with Fire or Ice type moves. Now she's probably going to do Fake Out on the first turn, especially since Badoo is low health. Let me actually use a potion. I think that'll get it out of KO range for Fake Out, and hopefully that'll be enough for it to survive, and she'll poison herself with the poison point. Please, 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 please. Yes! Okay. Now that does mean that I can't paralyze Purugly, but I'm actually going to switch over here now to my Prinplup. And I think with the poison we can do a decent amount of damage to this Purugly. Yeah. Purugly is hurt by poison. Very nice. And we'll use Metal Claw again, trying to get that attack boost. Yeah, that does nothing. Purugly is a fully evolved Pokemon and actually has some pretty good stats for this point in the game, so this is a very tough fight. Especially, you know, my Prinplup's moves are mostly physical, and it's supposed to be a special Pokemon. And there's that Oran Berry that you know and love. But the poison helps take away some of that. I'm actually going to heal up with another potion. And I know I'm using a lot of items here, but I don't think my Badoo is able to stand up to that on its own, so, you know, you do what you have to do. Oh, critical. Lovely. And that was unfortunate, but let's try Pound. And I think that actually may be the end for Prinplup. Oh boy. Yep, Prinplup goes down. But it's hurt by a poison, and I think... Let's send in Badoo. If Badoo can live through this, I think the poison will take it out. If not this turn, maybe next turn. So as long as she doesn't critical again, I think I'm okay. Yeah, Feint Attack does not have same type attack bonus, so I'm hopeful. No crit, no crit. Oh, of course she critted. Well, Purugly is hurt by poison. Let's, well, I've got 3 other Pokemon. Let's switch Kaza in. Go get him, Kaza. Well, this is embarrassing. Do I have... I don't happen to have any revives, do I? No, I do not. Alright, well, teleport. And you use Feint Attack. But you're gonna go down, and nothing's gonna get the experience from beating you. Well, isn't that lovely? Hooray. Well, that was the cheapest victory ever. You uppity brat, she says. Oops, I messed that. Well, funny, I feel the exact same way. Yeah, I didn't enjoy our battle, Mars. My, lose to a child, will you? But no matter, we've collected plenty of electricity. With the power we obtained, we can do something quite spectacular. It seems obvious to me, Charon, the genius that even the boss recognizes. Now, Mars, we should be going. Will you shut it? The boss is the only person in the world who's allowed to order me around. You can keep quiet around me. You only joined us recently. Don't think you're important. I guess it's time to say goodbye and leave for the time being. Yeah, because right now, I'm going to threaten you with Dr. Doof, the level 3 Bidoof. Team Galactic. They were saying they had to gather Pokemon and energy no matter what. It was for creating a new universe, or so they claimed. Nothing they said made any sort of sense to me. I can't tell you how grateful I am for you saving me. I can finally see my little daughter again. And she immediately comes running in because she presumably saw the Galactic goons running away. Papa! Yuck, Papa, you're stinky. Go shower now, stinky. I love how she hasn't seen her father in days, and that's her first reaction. Oh, sorry, ha ha ha. They had me working nonstop. Thank you, trainer. You made those bad people go away. I think the balloon Pokemon will come visiting again. Oh yes, a balloon Pokemon appears in front of the Windworks. It's always on a certain day of the week, but I'm not sure which day. Well, that day is a Friday. And it is currently a Saturday, so hooray for phenomenal timing. Anyway, yeah, wow. That's bad. I don't want to try winning that way in the future, but to be fair, she got 2 critical hits, which knocked out both of my Pokemon. Well, my team Pokemon, so, you know, as embarrassing of a victory as that is, it's still a victory. I'm gonna go for it. Oh, look! It's this guy again. Ah, yes, it is you, yes. I have heard that the Team Galactic appeared at this power plant. You're too late, Looker. I've already defeated them. I have, therefore, come running. So, the Team Galactic, where are they? I just told you I sent them running away with my level 3 Bidoof. You have run them off, you say? You are a trainer, but... Very well, I shall go investigate inside. Yeah, you do that. And he's back. Magnificent! Yes, it is, what you have said. It is all true. Superb! Though you are young, you are a trainer through and through. Yeah, like I said, I defeat them with my level 3 Bidoof. Very well, I shall pursue the culprits. I have received tips that the Team Galactic hideout is in Eterna City. To there, I must be off. Look her away! Well, I'm actually going to head back to... We could actually go north and continue going towards the Eterna Forest and Eterna City, but I'm actually going to head back to Floaroma Town and the Floaroma Meadow, actually. Well, first, of course, I'm going to heal up because, good lord, that was embarrassing. I really should have attached the Oranberry to at least one of my Pokemon. That was my bad, guys. Take advantage. Let that be a lesson to all of you. Take advantage of any held items that you might have. But since I don't want this to become a recurring thing, I'm actually going to deposit Geodude and Kaza, just because it's kind of cheap how I managed to defeat Mars, and, well, like I said, don't want to do that in the future. Maybe soon enough we'll catch some more Pokemon and this won't be a problem. Anyway, let's end this episode among a bunch of flowers, shall we? Alright, so, in this episode we managed to explore Floaroma Town, and we defeated Galactic Commander Mars in pretty much the worst way possible. But that is a very tough fight for this early in the game. Next time, well, I'll actually get to explaining what it is that the honey that we got here actually does. I will see you all then. Oh, right. I actually put Pokemon in the PC, so I'm saving a lot of data now. Hooray!